My name is Philip Jarman. We're in Atenas, Costa Rica this morning, and we want to share the farm that we've constructed over the last 20 years. It's been a great adventure, and we'd like to share it with you. When we first came here in the year 2000 in January, my wife and I looked at the property and there was lots of potential. It was an old gravel pit. It was flat in places, it had terraces, it had points of view, it had lots of potential for pastures, and we said there's great places to put house and home here, and shops and animals, and we were going to embark on a project to see what we could make of this farm. So we'd like to take you on a tour of the farm after 20 years and show you its completion. Atenas has a great climate. In the dry season, there's 3 to 4 months of uninterrupted sun, which is terrific for these solar panels to produce our own power. In the green season, it's sunny in the morning, so we still get power. And we get a beautiful shower in the afternoon, and you notice all the greenery, because it's July in 2021. We built the shop in 2015 because we needed a place to store equipment, tractor, tools, and all the rest of it. And in 2019, we put together this adjunct to the building, which is a refrigeration room. And you can see the derrick at the top there necessary to be able to process meat and to cool it so that we have the most delicious steaks and chops in the valley. One of the features that was really attractive about this property is that the gravel operators, when they took the product out, left roads, and they also left elevation changes that were flat. And what we see here with the cottage is a mesa, which is actually a pimple of land that's been left in the center of the property on which we could put a building, which is the cozy cottage. In 2010, we found ourselves with so much lawn to mow and so many plants to water and so much greenery to look after. We built a gardener's cabin. It had 2 bedrooms and a nice little sitting room and a kitchen, and we found it was adequate. But then in 2016, when we decided to move from the tropical house to the gardener's cabin, we took it and doubled it and moved everything into this setting so that we could have a space that could overlook both the rentals and the property and the security and everything that was part of it. I'd like you to meet a 6-week-old guinea hen. Just a little guy, but when he grows up, he helps to keep the property clean from ticks and fleas and mosquitoes, and they're a comic bird. They're always like to be around people, to enjoy your company. So every morning they'll greet you and they stay around. This is their territory. This is their farm too. 30 meters this direction is a 300-foot well, which goes right down into the earth and provides us with a volume of pure, clean water, which is pumped to the tower and then is gravity fed through a manifold all around the property so that we have gravity feed water to all the different facilities. This is a view of the mesa from the lookout point on top of the water tower. You can see the structure of the mesa, which is a wedge of land which is elevated above the main field. And the summer house, which we'll introduce to you later, but all of the flat spaces here were excavated with gravel, and that's why we have pasture here in the midst of a jungle. Because the mesa is elevated above the pastures, we have to have several stair accesses, and we've built this concrete access as well as a metal access. And there's another one at the north corner as well, so that you can go up the driveway or 3 staircases to reach the cozy cottage. When we came here, we needed a place to live, so we decided to build a special house for the tropics. Because we had experience building some tree houses in Canada, we built this house on an elevated platform with a central column in the center, which is 9 posts, and then support on the outside. It's 14 feet the first floor above the terrace. The terrace is where the pool and the enjoyment for entertaining takes place, and it's a hexagon shape, which has proved to be very, very effective in providing a pleasant accommodation. When this house was constructed, this area was just a flat point of ground, no trees, nothing. And we wanted it that way because the house had to be erected in the center. And the design of the house, of course, is to have trees at the living level so that you can observe the birds and see the view and experience the ventilation. We also couldn't construct a pool until we had the house in place. So we built the pool with the slopes so that we have a beach, and it's tremendous at 3 levels for children to enjoy this space. This is the original staircase which we built to access the house, lifting it up to a deck. It's powered by an electric wrench. It enables this to have security, and lately we've modified it so that we can have wheelchair access on from that platform at the bottom. This is the mezzanine area, the head of the staircase, and as we look up we see the structure how it's put together. The space at the very top is a cupola, which draws air out of this center and exhausts it to the outside atmosphere. This building is important to the farm. It's a recent addition and it's part of the storage for equipment. The 3 implements we have here for managing the fields as well as the tractor is all part of the package. And of course there's room for hay storage and feed storage and anything, spare cars, whatever is necessary. It's all sheltered from the sun. The sun is the killer on upholstery and equipment, so we've built a good shelter for all these pieces of gear.
The summer house is so named to help you remember pleasant times on your summer vacation. It overlooks a gentle pasture on the front side and a steep descent down to the valley on the other. The roof is reminiscent of its beginnings as a 2-floor tent building that had all the comforts of home. Your guests will be charmed by the dramatic setting and the memories they will take with them.
It's really important to have a pool close by. It's a wonderful climate to be in the water and out of the water and enjoying the view. So this pool was put here for that reason, so that you could have private space. In 2019 we built a greenhouse so that we could take advantage of the temperatures and the water supply in order to produce our own vegetables. And we put it together with the shed material. It was very, very good. Excellent product in order to produce a very cost-effective greenhouse, producing tomatoes and lettuce and other greens. This is the chicken coop. This is the feeder for the pigs, which are not here at the moment. We've had 2 pigs last year, and they're in the freezer. And this is the goat population. We have 10 at the moment, 5 milking, and a bunch of young'uns. They're enjoying some shelter here, and this is where they're safe at night. And this paddock, which we call the paddock, is behind the goat shed and keeps them out of traffic's way during the day. This is an interesting feature here for the farm. This is an adjoining lot, lot 4, and beyond it, lot 3, and it's landlocked. Because of the construction of the gravel pit, there's only one entrance. And so the land itself is not part of the land that we own as lot 5, but it is accessible only through lot 5's secure gates. So therefore we have a de facto free lease.